Hello, everyone. All right. There we go. Hi, my friends. Happy New Year. I hope that you go. I got a little lag, so I'm hearing myself on repeat. For my coffee because we need coffee this morning. Do you see? I want y'all to know everybody has a messy house, especially after the holidays. So look at all of perfectly fine. We're gonna tackle everything. You do not have to be stressed out. You do not have to be worried. We're gonna take care of it. Baby steps, a little at a time is the way that I do it. So yesterday, my purpose and priority was getting that tree down before the new year. And I know a lot of you guys, you don't do that. That's perfectly fine. Let me take one of these earbuds out because I am hearing myself in stereo, which is not fun because, ADHD brain already makes us a little bit crazy. So, what you're going to need to get started today is a bag or a box or something, even just a laundry basket will work. I have a bag. Now, Dawn from Minimal Mom, she swears by a black bag. And if you are going through things that you know that you're worried you're going to pull back out, or if you've got family members that are going to go through this later, then a black trash bag is definitely the key. But the kids are not even here right now. My husband is still in the other room, and I'm not going to take anything that I know that would be something that they would want. But when I had smaller kids, definitely a dark black trash bag was crucial. So I've got a bag, and then I've got just a little box so that anything that I want to donate, we can throw in that and then take it straight to the car so that we've got it all going. The last thing I'm going to tell you is if there's things that you come across that just need to go to another room, I am not going to leave and go do that while we're on air. I'm going to make like a little bitty stack. This is not something that I recommend though. If you come across something that needs to go somewhere else, Dana K. White says take it immediately, put it away. But I already know when I open this closet that I'm going to come across some things that need to go with my Christmas stuff. And I am not about to take y'all up to my attic and run up and down those stairs right now. So we're just going to put that on pause. But the rest of it, we're going to deal with it right now. The goal for today is for us to join in together. We're just going to shadow clean, or what do they call it? Like body doubling, whatever. We are going to declutter every day, Monday through Friday, through the whole month of January. And that way we're dedicated to get some things done. And it's in real life. Like I have not pre-cleaned anything. You are getting the house the way it is, because I think that a lot of us really struggle with the thought that everybody else is perfect and we're the ones that just can't do it. And it's just farther from the truth. I mean, I struggled a lot more when I was younger. I've learned a lot of things to make things better. So I'm not as embarrassed to show you, but I still, wish that I had come through and got everything really cute because I want it to look pretty for you. But that's not really serving, because the whole purpose isn't to show that I've got my stuff together, which I don't. The purpose of this is to show that we can do this together. And so, all right, enough chit chat. Let's see the damage. So I want you to go into the area that you want to declutter. Now I'm going to follow along more with the FlyLady zone cleaning. So if I'm following that, then the first week of the month is going to be zone one. Zone one is going to be like your entry and your dining room areas. So I am in the entry of my house. There's my front door. I have this little bitty closet here. And then I've got another big closet and a half bath. So these are my entry areas. And then over here, that is my dining room. That's a hot mess because I'm still putting Christmas away. So what I have decided is for today, I'm going to go into the coat closet. Now we are in winter, so I'm not going to be pulling a lot of coats out because we're going to be needing them right now. But I know that there's probably some things in there that I could clearly get rid of that are too small, or just, don't belong more likely than anything. And so I'm going to dive in there. You guys go to your area right now and let's just get started. So let's see how bad things are. Now, because we're live, I am not going to have the best lighting, the best audio. Just wanted to make sure I could get that door open. All right, so here is the damage. I have a shelf, I have the coats, and then the floor. Whew, that is what I'm talking about. So that is where I'm working right now. So right off the bat, what I'm looking for is anything that's obvious trash, because trash, you don't even have to think about it. If it's broken, if it's just junk, it's holy, whatever, obvious trash, grab your trash bag and let's go to town and get rid of trash. So I'm going to grab my trash bag. By the way, make sure you let me know that you can hear me because I didn't even ask. All right. Sally D. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Happy New Year, Kira. Oh, you guys are awesome for showing up this early. It was really a battle to see what time works. And I know it's not going to be perfect for everybody. I cannot see comments from you guys watching over on Instagram. So just know that I will go back through afterwards. I will definitely be, commenting to everything. Give me a thumbs up or a like, or let me know if you can hear me, because I'm really going off of an earbud. That is like the only thing that I am kind of recording with today, because I wanted to be fluid and flexible. So I've got my trash bag. You guys, oh my goodness, Donna, bless your heart, post-op from knee surgery. Okay, pull up a chair. Okay, you can do a lot of damage with a chair and being able to sit down with your foot up. So it may take you a little bit longer, but for sure, don't let health issues stop you from making momentum. This isn't saying that I'm going to finish this in 15 minutes. This says that I'm going to work on this for 15 minutes. We may have to revisit some areas over and over again, and that's fine because we've got a whole year. Think of the progress we're going to make. All right. So someone said they can hear me. So thank you so much. I'm going to start I'm going to start decluttering. I want you to do the same thing. You are sitting on a box because I don't know how best to do that. So if I'm out of focus or you can't see what I'm doing, just shout. But I really want you to put earbuds in or turn me up enough that you can be in your closet or your area and you can declutter. Okay. So I'm going through, and first of all, looking to see if I've got some broken hangers. They always happen with heavy coats. So that's pretty good. I can see some paperwork that came with, I didn't even tell y'all. You know that you're getting older when there's a couple of things that you now want for Christmas that you would have been offended by when you were younger. So I got a Dyson stick vac for Christmas, and y'all, you would think that I just got a diamond ring the size of my head or something. I'm so excited about it. Okay, I really don't have that much trash. I just had a broken hanger and some paperwork. So I'm just going to get those in my bag. And now I'm going to start pulling out things that don't belong in my closet. So I can see right now I've got my wrapping station. This is a wonderful thing. If y'all don't have one, I'll link one after the show. You can get them at Amazon, but it keeps like 8 rolls of paper. It's got for all my ribbons and stuff. And so I can just hang this up in the attic. It zips up real nice and tight, or in the spare bathroom closet. So I'm going to get all of the Christmas things out of here because it's time to put Christmas away. All right. Down here on the bottom, I've got more Christmas. Y'all can see I never did make those gingerbread houses. And I don't know how good they're going to be for next year. So I'm wondering if I should just donate that and get it out of my life, because clearly that was not my priority. I bought 2 of them. We didn't do it. And they're going to be stale by next year. So I think I'm going to donate those, because even after the fact, somebody will get it and use it for their kids as an activity. And they will enjoy that. Oh, another broken hanger fell back there. Okay. All right. I think, I'm looking around. So I think that is everything that absolutely got to leave this place. The other thing that I'm going to move is my old Kirby. You guys know I have been rolling with this old Kirby for so long, and it's big and it's bulky. I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm going to keep it upstairs for my upstairs quick go back cleaning, but I won't have to use it all the time, which is going to be amazing. So I'm going to put this by the stairs along with all of the accessories that I never ever came to use very much. All right. How are you doing? Are you doing it? Keep going. I know you've probably already found some things that you're like, why is this even in this closet? That's what today is about. Let's just deal with it. So I've got that by the stairs. All right. I'm looking. I don't see anything else that does not belong down here now. So now I'm moving on to my next step. Now, if you're still pulling things out, stay where you are and keep going with it. If you're still finding trash, keep getting all the trash. If you're still finding things that you clearly are going to keep, but they don't belong in this closet, continue to do that. And if you want to run things back and forth, like Dana K. White says, I love it. Go do it. We've got 15 minutes. I want you to use this the way that you will. We'll go a little over today as we're getting things set up, but take it, go put it away, come back, join us. I just don't think I can carry you guys and that big vacuum cleaners up the stairs without dropping something or killing myself. So I'm going to run my things in a little bit. All right. So now that I've got that, I'm going to start going through these coats because I mean, I know for a fact that some of this has not been worn for a very long time. So I'm just going to look at sizes. Now, this is a small, and my daughter is very small and petite. So she could still wear this if we go snow skiing. But the thing I need to ask myself is this the best place for it? Would it be better served somewhere else? And to be honest, her closet is such a hot mess that I think this is the best place for it. Even though we almost never use this coat, we're more likely to find it here than if we put it in her room. So I'm going to keep that, but I'm going to maybe go through and organize a little bit better. Here's another one. This is an extra large, and I don't even know whose coat that is. So I'm going to try it on, and if it fits me, we'll keep it. And if it doesn't, then we're going to pass it down to somebody else who can use it and love it and stay super duper warm in it. Oh. Oh. So I think this was an extra large kids because I'm 5 foot tall. And yeah, so I think this was an extra large kids. I don't know that she's taller than me. So I don't think this would fit for her anymore just because the arms are so short. So that's why we try things on so that we kind of know. That's going to go in the donate, which makes me very happy because somebody is going to really enjoy that. All right. We got some snowsuits here. All right. That's a medium. So that would fit me, even though it was my daughter's. She is definitely way taller than me. She's like 5'7" or something. All right. That's one of the boys' snowsuits. My husband's snowsuit. All right, we're doing pretty good. So we've got just this little polo. Let me check. It looks like it's in pretty good shape. So I'm going to keep that. I know that this one's in good shape. I'm going to give it a better hanger though, since I've got this one that I just emptied. I like these kinds of hangers for coats. They just work a little bit better because they have a little more sturdiness to it. All right. Tybee Kitty has come in and found some, stuff on the floor. So if you hear crashing, it's because he is throwing this little zip tie up in the air and catching it and making a crazy town mess over there. But I'm going to let him live his best life. You know what I mean? Let him live his best life. So by the way, I didn't mention it before, but over in our Facebook group, and I'm going to show that link right now, but I will have it in the description later, but it's today's Fly Babies over on Facebook. A lot of you guys came from there, but we have a decluttering checklist and we have the baby steps that you can download and you can check things off. It'll be fun. And I think that you would really enjoy that. All right. This is a full ski outfit. The question is, would it still fit my daughter? Because she is 5'7", and this looks like it was a little girl outfit. Let's see. If it'll fit me, it'll still fit. It might fit her. If it won't fit me, it for sure won't fit her. Okay. Nope. There's no way she would be comfortable skiing in this when it's definitely too small. So we're going to have to get rid of it. Again, it doesn't make me mad because somebody is going to get some really warm coats right here when winter is kind of getting angry with us. So this is the perfect time to be decluttering this area. All right. All right, just a camouflage. I don't think anybody ever wears it, but during hunting season they may. So we're going to keep that. Again, more of a dress coat for my husband. He never wears it, but we do travel quite a bit. So I'm going to keep that for him. Oh, this is his ski coat. So I'm just going to save space and put it with his ski pants. So that we have all of it together. We're almost done with these coats. Look how fast this goes when you get it together. Do y'all like this style? Let me know in the comments what you're thinking. All right, Lori said she printed off the tracker. That's amazing. So with the tracker, you do it the way you want to do it. You don't have to work in this area. I did it by the zones so that if you want to follow along with the zones, you can. But for me, my definition of the box that you get to color is any box. It doesn't have to be full. It doesn't have to be big. It can be a bag. It can be a box. I really don't care. It's more about the mind shift, the motivation to get something, and you don't get to color it until it goes all the way out into the trunk of your car so that you're taking it the next time you go to town. We're not going to stack things and make a huge mess in an area that we're going to have to deal with later. I'm all about get it done and move on. Okay. So make sure that you don't do this whole, like, here's a stack, there's a stack thing. Like, before we end this video, these things have to be gone before I can color my box, right? All right. So keep moving here. Another one of these that can go. We've got a couple motorcycle jackets. We cannot get rid of those. All right, so we're actually pretty good. All right, we've got lots of space in our closet. I'm going to keep some of our coat hangers just in case anybody brings something that's, we've got like some hooks by the back door that I keep my heavy coat on right now because I'm always cold. So in the winter, I'm going to be wearing a heavy coat constantly, but not everybody is as cold as I am. So we're just going to throw a couple of hangers in there and actually we'll put them inside. What I've got on the top, I'm not going to go through because I did that in the summer and nothing has changed. So on the top, I've just got a box that we use to take the cat to the vet. We've got 2 motorcycle helmets. I've got a bin full of cleaning supplies that are like the heavy duty cleaning supplies for like cleaning grills and stuff like that that can't go outside. It's like Castile soap, stuff like that. And then I've got more Castile soap over there. So those are all fine. This is like our backup stash in case the world went to crap. You know how you did that when COVID hit and you restocked? So now that I've got this done, it's to the disaster zone. So I'm going to bring you down a little bit. Let's take a drink of our coffee. What are you drinking today? I have my Faith mug, and this is Italian sweet cream with just a regular dark roast. Love it. So I want to talk about motivation because as we're going through, it's really easy the first day to be motivated. But if you are like me, as I get into things that are harder or that I don't see the progress that I want to see, then that's when I slack off. Or my husband and I travel quite a bit. So, if tomorrow he says we have to go to Kansas City and I leave for 2 or 3 days, my momentum is kind of shot because, my plan got interrupted. And so my word for 2024, I'm just going to have to ignite my own spark. So my word is going to be spark. And what I mean is that, even though there are things that pull me away from what I want to be doing, I have to be a self-starter. I have to reignite my own switch. I have to get it going. And so for 2024, that is where I'm really going to focus. 2023, I did well, but we had a lot of major stressors going on, and I let that affect my mood. I had a little bit of a depression. Y'all know that I lost my sweet kitty that I just absolutely fell in love with. And I'm not a cat person, but he came in and kind of stole my heart unexpectedly. So this year, I'm going to try to be more consistent in my emotions. And I think a lot of that is just, when you're put in a season of trials, you allow things to affect you. And I definitely was going through things with my husband, with my marriage, with losing our cat, with, financial struggles. Like, it all hit at once, and I let it knock me down too many pegs, if you know what I mean. So this year, my focus is just shake off the bad stuff. Like, bad stuff's always going to happen. Look, trash. Bad stuff is always going to happen. Like, we're not going to be able to avoid it. It's not going to be perfect always. And so I definitely know that it's up to me to decide how things affect me, and it's up to you. So if you start off today and you're doing great, and tomorrow your inflammation in your knee is killing you, don't quit, just pivot, just adjust. So don't let your spark completely go out. Just remember that sometimes you got to stoke up the fire. Sometimes you got to reimagine how your day is going to be, and be flexible to really stay focused and get it done. So have you picked out a word for 2024? I've never really done that a lot, but I kind of like that idea. You know what I mean? Like, I think that if we stay intentional, I'm writing it down in my book, I am praying over it, I am actively seeking things that will continually reignite my spark, then when things hit, I don't forget that that was what I was doing. What I found with myself is that if I go through and look, I have a little bitty fake tomato in the bottom of my closet. How weird is that? But if I go through and I drop off reading the Bible, if I drop off journaling, if I drop off, counting my blessings in my gratitude journal, things like that, if I stop doing those things, then when something bad happens, it's so much harder to pick myself up because I have forgotten all the good things going on in my life. But if I stay consistent with honoring myself, loving myself, staying in my goals, researching it, every single day, going, okay, these are the 3 things I wanted to get done today. How did I do? And it's fine if I don't get them done, but because I checked and because I stayed focused, then the next day I'm like, okay, well, I got 2 of the 3 done. So this one's moving on to tomorrow, and tomorrow, that is my number 1 focus. Then I can see that I'm making the progress. Whereas if I never sit down and make a top 3, if I never sit down and make a plan to achieve the goal that I've set, that's when, 6 months will go by and I'm like, oh yeah, I thought I was going to start walking every day. And I think I did it 3 days, and then I forgot because I didn't write it down, and I didn't track it, and I didn't think about it. And I got busy, and when we get busy, things drop. So this year we're not going to do that. All right. It's going to get loud because I need to clean up. I'm going to let y'all see how dirty that floor is. I'm going to get this Dyson now. I don't have the hardwood floor attachment on it. I've still got the carpet one, but it should be fine. It should be fine. Tell you how much I'm enjoying that. I do have an attachment that has a laser on it for hardwood floors. It's blowing my mind because that little laser shows every little dog hair that doesn't get sucked up and stuff. It's beyond crazy. All right, so I'm just going to check and see while I've got everything out. I think that I want to wipe those baseboards. I don't know how you guys are doing, but I don't plan on getting in the floor in my closet again for a very long time. So I'm just going to come in the kitchen, grab a wet rag. It doesn't have to be fabulous. We're going to get it done. Okay, so our time is up. So with the 15 minutes, if you guys need to leave and jump over to do other things today, go ahead. If you want to stay, I'm not going to finish until I finish this one little section, and we're almost done. Like, let's just go ahead and push through it. After this, I did have Valerie from the Fancy Bun Club. She really wants to kind of restart the baby steps a little bit. So I don't want to say that it's the FlyLady baby steps because we're not going to go by the book. I have the tracker if you want to go through and you want to do it by the book. But we're just going to hit some of the main things at the end of each video, just to kind of remind you like some good things that you could be doing for, you know, your cleaning routine. So I have got just water. I'm not getting fancy over here. I'm going to wipe things down really quickly. A lot of the marks and stuff, they're scuff marks, so they don't really come off. This has never been painted since we bought it. It was unfinished, and I guess my husband never painted in here. So these stretch marks are in the sheetrock, which means they don't wipe up. But while I've got a wet rag, I'm just going to go ahead and real quickly wipe down this floor. It doesn't have to be mopped. It wasn't that dirty. It just dusty more than anything. And so this is just a good opportunity to do this. And if you want to count this as your zone cleaning for today, we just did it. Like, that was your zone cleaning. So I've got that done. Now I'm just going to put things back in the way I like it. So I just have this little gate. You never know when you got a baby coming over. So we've just got a baby gate that stays in the back there. And then we've got an extra chair that we pull out during the holidays. And I tuck it back here. I tried it in the garage, and because it's got a cloth seat, didn't like it. So I just tuck it. Look, it goes flush against the wall. It doesn't take up any space. So I like that. And then, of course, we've got the Mac Daddy, the carpet shampooer. And I used that before I put the tree up. So the rug in the living room is pretty clean. We'll pull it back out for the spring. Then I'm going to hang, I think my husband is going to put me a plug right around here. There's like this little weird corner, and I think my Dyson will hang there, and I'm so excited about it. So for now, I'm just going to put the little attachments because nothing is hung. I'm going to just stick those right there. And then we've got a few burning logs that I like to have here because we got a fire pit, and every now and then we just want to go out there for a little bit. So having just a few of these, and if you put these in the garage, critters like to eat these for whatever reason. So it doesn't take up a lot of space, but let me see, is that everything that goes back in? You guys, how are you doing? All right, so y'all saw my before. That's a lot cleaner and more organized for sure. I've got, you know, a lot of space in there. And what I have to take out, I'm not going to lie, I've got my box for donations. I'm going to take that straight out to the car along with those. I've got that to go upstairs, and we're going to do that. And then the Christmas stuff is going to go in there. Y'all saw my dining room. I still have Christmas stuff in the dining room. So that is where that's going to go. And I'm going to work on that off camera. So I want you to stop where you are. Take anything that needs to go in another room. Let's run that around. So I'm just going to pack these coats a little bit better. Y'all probably are looking at my booty. I'm sorry. I'm not the best YouTube video girl, you know. I'm a real mama. All right, so we're just going to get these. I'm going to put them in this bag. I think it's going to fit better. That box, these big puffy things are not going to fit well in them. We're just going to load up the car. So the task that you would do if you're doing the baby steps tracker, today it's all about the kitchen sink. Now, FlyLady says to just take the dirty dishes out of the sink and set them to the side, and you're just going to clean the sink. Well, I have a hard time doing that because then I'm making another mess. Like I tell you, I don't want to leave my kitchen, my hallway, anything worse off than I started it, because then I'm going to easily feel overwhelmed and anxious. I get anxious very quickly when things are too out of whack. Now, I'm not saying that too dirty. I'm saying out of whack. Like if there's piles of stuff, then I get anxious. So we are going to make sure that if you've got dishes, wash them up really quickly if you can. Now, it's going to take 2 trips. I can't pick up both of those, but we're going to take this out to the car. So we're going to go in and I'm going to show you how to clean that sink in just a minute. Now, there's a full video. Can y'all hear that I'm out of breath? Like I am working over here for real. Let me open this door. Y'all are getting some of the craziest stuff. So, there's a full video in my baby steps playlist. If you're wanting to do everything by the book, I've got every single day a video. I've got to shut the door because the cat has only been here a few weeks, so he might run out, and that would be so bad when it's this cold. But what I'm going to do today is my regular. And once you have deep cleaned your sink a few times, then you kind of cut a lot of the steps out and you just do like your regular clean. And so that's what I'm going to move on and do. I'm just getting this all the way to the car because I told you we cannot count that box until it's all the way to the car. So I am outside freezing my butt off for you guys. I'm putting these things in the car. I will donate them probably tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to get out of the house today. I'm going to enjoy a day at home. What do y'all do on New Year's Day? We've got black-eyed peas to cook, our prosperity meal. So we're going to do that. We've invited kids to come eat it. I don't know that they really care that much about it, but we're going to do that. All right. My last step was to get the heavy vacuum cleaner upstairs because I don't want to say I didn't do it. I'm going to put the Kirby Dyson is in that closet. We're going to shut this door. Nice. All right. How are you guys doing? Did you get a lot done in 15 minutes? More than you thought, because I'm amazed when I do my timers that I do a lot more than I ever would have thought I would have done. All right. I'm lugging the heavy Kirby up the stairs. So what are you also focusing on? I've got like 5 areas that I'm trying to focus on. So let's see, where can I put you? Put you on the bed. So my 5 areas for 2024 are simply, I want to make sure that I am consistent with routines. Oh, I want to get my health better because I'm out of breath from hauling that big heavy thing up the stairs, which is why I didn't want to continue to use that big huge thing anyways. All right, let me get a drink of coffee and we're going to continue my thought. All right. Lori says she likes doing the baby steps and the declutter at the same time. I love that, Lori. Like, that's kind of the way I am, because if I say that I'm going to clean my house and I have a lot of stuff out, I have to deal with the stuff. Like, that's the main part. So I feel like it just goes hand in hand. And I didn't want to overwhelm anyone with it. But to be honest, I so many people saying, I really need to declutter. And I feel like it's such a personal thing. I don't know if you guys know, I'm in the kitchen and, dirty sink. So I'm going to start pulling out stuff and washing it real quickly or loading my dishwasher because it's probably empty. So I don't know that I've ever shared, but I have hoarding in my family. So I'm pretty sure my grandmother and my aunts have all had hoarding tendencies. They collected and kept every single thing. I feel like everything has like a sentimental value to them. And my mom got away from that. And praise God, just put me in a better position to not have that same mentality. Let me get this off. So yeah, so she got away from all that while she was putting herself through college and raised me, in a clean apartment. We were very low income while she was doing that. So my childhood is very different than probably a lot of yours. But through all of that, I had a clean and tidy, apartment. And she would leave me these lists of things that I needed to get done every day. So, it was expected to make the bed. It was expected that, dirty dishes didn't get thrown in the sink. So she had strict rules on the way things ran, and the house was always straight. Now, I had a lot of chores as a latchkey kid because back in the 70s and 80s and 90s, probably, it was normal for you to be home alone and be responsible. So my entire childhood, it was me, myself, and I, and a list of things that I needed to get done. And I had to learn time management. I had to learn how to do it her way, all the things. And so I lived in a clean and tidy house. The problem is that I never created my own routine. I was handed like a checklist. And if I got everything marked off the checklist and I did it her way, then there was no yelling. I was a good girl. Everything was good. And I guess that has just stuck with me. So I've emptied the dirty dishes, put them straight in the dishwasher. Like I said, we were just lazy last night and I didn't get it done. So now I'm going to just rinse out any of the yucky that is kind of just floating around on the top level of the sink. So I'm just going to rinse it all down and clean the drain out if there's any food kind of in that drain area, because we're going to want things to be clean and clear for us. But yeah, I am really good at following a list, but somebody's got to give me the list. And when I grew up and I moved out on my own, I didn't have a list. No one was making the list and giving me the list. So I did dishes when they looked really bad or when things started to stink. And that's just not the way to do it. Laundry would pile up over my head before I'd ever even get started there. So what I've got now is I've reached down and I've got my barkeeper's friend. And all I'm going to do is just sprinkle. Now, I haven't used this one. It's brand new. There we go. So some of you like the liquid. I don't have it at my store usually, but I do like trying to do this. You know how when you first get it, it's kind of like clumped up, so it's very clumpy. So I just do a little bit of that. And then I have an old scrubby that I'm going to use to scrub this very quickly. So what I was saying was, getting married, I wasn't a filthy, dirty person. I just didn't have routines in place. I didn't know how to cook because I was an only child, and what we would eat for lunches and dinners were probably very different than what the average American family was eating because we were in low income. We didn't have to cook a large meal for a large family. It was just the two of us. So we had like soup and sandwiches. We had beef on toast. We had weird things. We had a lot of pasta, so like spaghetti, stuff like that, because it was cheap, it was fast, it was easy. And we would have leftovers for like days. So, we didn't clean. We didn't cook every day. And once the house was clean, we could keep it tidy a lot. I'm just going to get a little more water on here. So you can see that like I said, just a little barkeeper's friend is going to knock off any stuck-on stuff. And I like using this old scrubby. I keep it usually down here because I don't want this to be sitting out all the time. So put that down under there. Very good. Now we're going to rinse it out. I do everything in hot water. So as an adult, I had to learn these routines, and it took me getting divorced and being on my own and kind of hitting rock bottom before I actually reached out to try and figure out what was wrong with me, because I felt very defective because I didn't already know how to adult. I wasn't a hot mess person. People from the outside looking in thought I had it together. Now I'm just going to take a towel and just wipe it. That's it, guys. That's how you shine your sink, at least my version of how you shine your sink. Now, if you need to bleach it and do all the things, I've got that full thing there, but that's your basic. And so at the end of the night, I close down my kitchen. And what that means to me, it's different for everyone. You have to remember, FlyLady is not a one and done. It's different for everyone. But at the end of the night, I load the dishes in the dishwasher. I clean my sink that quickly, and then I tidy up the counter and wipe it very quickly. So I don't spend hours in here, maybe 15 to 30 minutes. And that way the next morning when I come in, I'm not walking into a hot mess. Now today, it's a little bit of a hot mess because, it was New Year's Eve last night. I didn't feel like doing stuff, but that is how you stay on top of it, is just don't go to bed with a mess in the sink, because you're going to regret it the next day. You're going to feel bad about yourself, all those things. And the goal, like I said, for 2024 for me is to reignite my spark. And by keeping my sink clean and tidy, that does. So that's your baby step number 1 for FlyLady, but it's also just a good refresher that this is one of those keystone kind of things that if you do this, your kitchen's always going to look a lot better than if you ignore it. So I don't even remember what we were talking about, but my goal for you today was to just get on here and clean along with me and get some things decluttered. We've gone on a lot longer than I plan on it. So tomorrow, 9 a.m., we are going to stick to about a 15, 20 minute declutter clean talk. And that's it. All right, guys, have a blessed day. Happy New Year. As always, I'm thinking of you and loving on you. And the last thing I always like to do is let's do a quick prayer. Father God, thank you for a new year, a fresh start, a way to kind of let the past go and move forward, becoming the people that you would have us to be. Father God, I just pray that each day that we can just stay focused on 1% better, whatever that 1% looks like. It's individual. My house is not ever going to look like Martha Stewart's house. I don't even want to live in her house. I want my house to feel loved and lived in and comfortable, but I also want it to feel clean and welcoming. So finding that personal balance is what I hope for each and every one of these ladies, and finding that confidence to know that when people come in, they aren't accosted by a hot mess. They see a welcoming, beautiful person opening their home. And that's what I want for each and every one of them. I pray that you will just bless them. I pray that you will just shower, love and laughter into their lives. And I pray, Father God, that they would come back again tomorrow and that we can just build on this first step to making 24 the year that we really take control, that we reignite our spark, that we find who we are and celebrate things for us. I am not doing this for anyone else. I'm doing this because it makes me feel better about who I am, and it brings honor and glory to you. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. All right, guys, have a blessed week. Bye. Oh, that's so awkward when I'm doing that. Yay.